Hey, what's good, yeah? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Happy Halloween. Happy birthday now. Uh, what I want to say is I've always been a person of, I've always been on social media. I've always been a guy that's, you know, been really popular and stuff like that. So someone asked me, from you having to want to commit suicide at one point in your life, to want to have end things, how are you able to go from nobody knowing to then putting your whole life on social media? Now, I'm gonna give you guys the whole detailed backdrop to this whole thing. Most people would say because that was my mindset, that's pretty selfish. That was a selfish thought, a selfish act, whatever. Most people that's going through things that think about suicide or have mental illness or depression or unhappiness, most people don't know because they feel like they can't talk to nobody about it. At that time of my life, college was pretty relevant. I was in college for years. Besides the fact of hooping and the girls and my guys and stuff like that, I just loved knowing that I was doing something with my life. So now you go to college, you work a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to get a degree. The thing about it is was that when I was in college, I didn't get those degrees yet. Until I actually started getting them, it's like, okay, now I got one, I got two, I got three. What's next? I graduate, I cry. Because I'm crying for more of well, I finally did it, but also, I'm not going to see these friends again, unless we link up or something like that. Me leaving college, I had suffered a severe injury that sent me back from my tryouts and stuff like that. And that was a big joy. I mean, that was big. I was at the top of my game, tip-top shape, literally averaging like 40 a game. Coming home, a couple of months went by, and I still haven't recovered from my injury. I'm not really dating. I'm just in a weird space, and my mindset was just like, yo, bro, you just tired. You've been fighting so hard to prove everything to everybody, to prove that you're better, to prove that you could do this, to prove that you're something different. And I just was like, I don't feel like proving nothing to anybody no more. I'm kind of just over this whole narrative. So beyond that, it didn't happen obviously, but I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have a vent session. I didn't have somebody I could talk to. I knew I was built for this life because I felt like I'm not the person you want to come at. I'm not the person that you want to argue with. I'm not the person that you think is going to be a cakewalk when you speak to me about certain things. So all in all, I then decided to put my story on YouTube. Me putting my story on YouTube and putting the rest of my life on YouTube was a vent session. Like me talking to you guys right now is a vent session. But a lot of people aren't built for social media. You might not be built for social media. Somebody else might not be built for social media. I'm a content creator. I'm a social media influencer. What that means is that when I put my stuff out there, I have to be prepared for the good and the bad. I have to understand what I'm asking for when I put my business out there. People are going to challenge if it's true. People are going to say I'm a liar. People are going to say, I mess with your content. People are going to say, yo, what are you doing it for? You trying to just do it for the money? You trying to just... I hear it all. But it's a bigger picture than that for me. Of course, who wouldn't want to make money off of this? I mean, to make videos for the rest of their life, that can be fun. But what you gotta ask yourself is, when you're on this platform, what is it for? People just fly out just to take pictures to show that they fly out. Like when you go on these vacations, are you really enjoying yourself? Are you really doing these things because you are happy? Are you really happy in your life? If you're not happy in your life, you gotta ask yourself, like, what are you really doing this for? Instagram is like a drug. People would post a picture and not get a lot of likes, delete the picture to post it later at a different time just to make sure they get a different type of likes. I mean, as a content creator, I know what times I should post. I know what times it should be up there and stuff like that. And it was a time when I was like, damn, yesterday I got 80 likes. Today I only got like 76. With other 4 people, I should have got 5 more, But I had to stop caring about that. It was like, these are great pictures. I feel like I look great. I feel like when I'm posting, it's popping. People don't see it. Copy, cool. I'm happy with it. It's a time lapse for me to look at the things that I've posted. What you have to ask yourself nowadays is like, how is social media affecting you? What pages are you watching? What things are you listening to? What stories are you watching? These stories that you watching, people talk about, oh, you know, guys ain't shit, females ain't shit, oh, you know, nobody's gonna be better than. You don't need to see that if you're trying to find a relationship, if you're trying to find a better part of yourself. But listen, you know, watch more motivational stuff. Watch more, you know, inspirational stuff. More people who have relationship talks like Prince Darnell or Dana Chanel or man, who else is out there? You know, E.T. You know, he's really good. Trent Shelton. You know, Prince EA. You know, my boy. These are people that you should position yourself around and watch things of that nature. You know, me being a social content creator, it's tough because it's like now that I put myself out there, if my mindset is, damn, I want to end it all. I want to call it quits. I can come to you guys about it. Most people don't have an event session. Most people aren't comfortable enough talking about these things, and I wish people were more comfortable with it because we would save a lot more lives. A lot of the times that we feel like we want to do this to ourselves or end this whole ordeal is because we don't have anybody that we can run to. We feel like we're alone. We feel like nobody thinks about us. We feel like we don't matter. We feel like people take advantage of us. We feel like there's nothing else that we can hold on to, but it is more. It is more. Like, you know, when your back is against the wall, I know it's uncomfortable, but it's the best time because you can see everything. You know, when your back is against the wall, you gotta ask yourself, you know, how are you gonna adapt? You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna attack first? You know, if there's a bunch of people coming at you, you know, of course you attack the closest person to you or the biggest person. You take out the big alpha, you good. You know, you'll figure it out after that. You know, but never quit on yourself when it comes to these things. Never doubt yourself when it comes to these things. But don't let Instagram, you know, Snapchat, Twitter, you know, take you out of your element. Don't be trolling. Don't be out here, you know, just putting out negative energy. You know, really focus on what you're trying to do with this stuff. You know, really utilize it. You know, you can find a platform that could help you get further in your life. You know, help you get a college degree, a high school diploma, help you get over the hump and get past these certain nicks and crannies that you're dealing with. You know, being on social media is tough. If you guys probably haven't watched every single one of my videos. I don't even think I watched every single one of my videos, but I've made every single one of my videos. But I got some people that come at me. They shoot shots. They throw reels. Oh, the blonde hair's played out. Oh, you know, when you gonna find your own niche? You know, all these videos are trash. I stay calm and level-headed. You know, I say thanks. Okay, you know, y'all know me. I know that I would say more if the roles were reversed. But it's like, this is the life you asked for. Now you're finding more of a purpose than you had before. So when I left college, I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know, you know, what life was supposed to be like. You know, excuse me, I'm waking up fresh off and talking to you guys. So that's why it's like this. But now I have a purpose, you know. So many people are hitting me now like, yo, Matt, you start writing books. Please put this in a book, you know. Let us know what you're talking about. Let us know what you're thinking about, you know, how about. And it's so crazy because I haven't told nobody I was going to write a book, but it's just confirmation to what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and I'm in the process of trying to complete two books, you know. And just imagine if I get it out. You know, it went from a guy that didn't know his sense of direction to now he has a book out, 2 books, you know, still a content creator, you know, still all of these things, and these things matter. These things are very important. And I want you guys to understand that. It's like, social media is tough. Social media is a drug, you know. There's so much more. Like, I'll look at my phone, and I'm like, you know, what can I talk about today, or what can I do? And the thing about it is that your phone is a drug. You'll be on your phone and be looking at so much stuff, and it's like, you know, waiting for that text that you don't get, waiting for that call that you don't get, and it's like, damn, nobody cares. No, people care. You just gotta care about you a little bit more. You just gotta know you matter just a little bit more. That's all it is, you know. Don't even stress yourself about it. Don't even stress yourself. Like I said, I'm okay with talking about how at one point I wanted to end my life. I'm okay with it because I wasn't doing it for attention. I wasn't doing it for nothing. Nobody knew. You know, this is real life. I'm a guy that it's okay that I can put my problems and my situations on front in the street. I can do that because I've come to the terms with it. Can't nobody come to me like, oh my God, you know, you're weak-minded, you're soft, you know, you wanted to end your life, you know, how could you want to? Because I did. and I could beat you up. But I'm not going to. But I did. You know, God is my Lord and Savior. You know, a lot of things that I don't run into or the things that I don't bump into is because of Him. You know, after you put your hand over fire but so much, you're going to eventually get burned. You're going to not like that feeling. I used to play with fire all the time. I used to play with these ideologies all the time. But I had to do better. I had to be better, you know? So yeah, at one point, you know, that was my mindset. That was my lifestyle. And even now, like, you know, when I'm on my social media, when I'm doing things like, it's like, Matt, you know, you talking all this positivity. Matt, you doing all this stuff. You know, is it really working? Is it clicking? Is it niche-based and stuff? Like, I'm everywhere, yo. It might take longer for me to click, but when I click, I'm going to click. At my way, my doing. You know? There are some more things that I want to get done, some more things I want to accomplish. Of course, I would love to be getting paid by YouTube right now. Whether it's 5 cents or $5 a month. I put in a lot of work for these things that I post for you guys. Just want to let you know. But you guys are great. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. More life, more everything, more blessings. Happy Halloween. Alright? If you guys like this, click the link down below. Subscribe to my Patreon. I got all types of content on it that nobody can see unless you subscribe to my Patreon. So what you waiting for? Better subscribe. Hope you guys have a blessed day. It's raining over here. I don't know what's the weather for all you guys, but enjoy it. Be beautiful. Never forget, you matter more than anything. Over and out.